My friends, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It really helps my small channel grow. So guys, today I want to talk to you about something really exciting that happened to me when I was young. I was actually on TV, and I was on a TV show that all of the young Canadians would have loved to be on. So, let me tell you about it. Here in Canada, I'm sure that we had Nickelodeon when I was growing up, but on cable television in Canada, we had YTV, which was, I believe it's youth television. And it would have the same kind of nonsense that was on Nickelodeon, but then it would have Canadian game shows and Canadian material as well. And like one of the shows was Uh-Oh, and it was a show where, same thing as Nickelodeon, they'd pour slime on you, all the fun stuff. But I was on a show called Video and Arcade Top 10. And what this show was, it was like a video game contest show. And there'd be 4 contestants, if I remember correctly. There'd be 4 contestants, and then you'd play video games, and whoever got the best scores would move on to the next round, and then on to the next round, and then on to the final, right? And I was on that show, and I'll never ever forget it. I'll never forget showing up to the studio in Toronto. I'll never forget the fact that they actually filmed like 15 episodes at once, so I had to sit in the crowd for like 15 episodes before I was allowed to participate in the show. And it took like 8 hours, and I'm just sitting there as a little kid being like, when do I get to play? When do I get to play, you know? But it was a lot of fun. My dad took me. But finally, when I got on to the show, I seem to remember that the games we were playing were Super Smash Bros. For the N64, Shadows of the Empire, Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the N64, and Yoshi's Story for the N64. I could be mistaking on those, but the one that I am certain is we did 100% play Star Wars Rogue Squadron, because that was the game that I won to win the whole show, and I got to keep that game. So I'll never forget playing that game specifically. But either way, I ended up winning the whole show. I ended up winning, or at least that episode. But I ended up winning, and what they would do when you won is they would bring you up, and there was this big top hat. And they'd make you put your arm in the top hat, and there'd be ping pong balls in it. And they'd have a number on it corresponding with prizes. And if you picked the red ball, you got to pick whatever you wanted. And I ended up picking the red ball, which rarely ever happened. And what I ended up picking up was it was like a 6-foot tall puzzle grandfather clock. And that was perfect because my grandfather loved clocks and he loved puzzles. So we just ended up giving him that for Christmas. But it was a lot of fun. So guys, I have a mission for you. If you can do this, if you can find this anywhere on the internet, I will send you 50 Canadian dollars, no problem. So, I know there's a bunch of episodes up on YouTube, but I can't specifically find the one that I was in. So if you do find it, I was playing Star Wars Rogue Squadron. That's a good place to start. When I was young, I still had orange hair, but I had a mullet. So if you see Kyle from Orangeville with a mullet, you know, getting called to the stage, that's me. So let me know if you find it. If you can find it, I'll send you 50 bucks. I'd love to see it because I never actually saw it aired. I only participated in it. So I've never actually seen it. I would love to see it. Either way, guys, that's my little story about being on Canadian television. No, they didn't pay us, but everybody got to leave with a Timex watch. I remember that, Timex. And they were crappy watches, too. They were like the kind of watches you find at like the drugstore for $7. But they hyped it up so much. Don't forget your Timex watch! Oh, good lord. Either way, that was my story. If you guys can find it, please just shoot me an email. I'll send you some money. I would love to see it. Guys, other than that, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm going to get going for the night. I hope everything is good and positive in your life. Have a good one, guys. Bye. Oh, I forgot what I say usually. Be safe, you guys. Wherever you are in the whole wide world, please be safe. Please be sober. And if you're not sober, that's okay. Just be with safe people. Have a good ride home. Remember, your parents love you, and every one of your family members wants you to wake up tomorrow. Alright? Bye, guys.